Hello, it's Skater Keck, and with New Year's quickly approaching for the big 2018, I don't know why it's big, but it's coming, and it's time again to do the top 15 personal favourite albums of the year. Last year I did this. I would definitely change that list. I regret so many of those things. I was actually struggling to find a lot of the albums to put in order for that year, last year. And yeah, there'd be a lot of new ones, a lot of ones that would move up. That after listening, well, not listening and coming back to them, I thought, wow, this is really good. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let's go on to this year. 15 albums again, were released this year, personal favourite. So if I've missed anything, or you want to discuss yours, leave it down in the comments if you want. I've also got a list of albums that I might be looking forward to next year, and some of the singles released this year as well. So yeah, let's get into it. So number 15, starting off with Neck Deep's The Peace and the Panic album. So I want to say about this is they did a few broadcast videos the day it was actually released, August 18th, I think. Yeah, I've got the deluxe edition. Some of the tracks, I think there was 3 bonus tracks, I think. Some of the tracks are really good on the bonus ones, and yeah, I just really enjoyed this album as a whole. Maybe it's got a bit of a different atmosphere of this one from Neck Deep. I wouldn't say this is as good as any of their older albums, but I really enjoyed listening to it, and I love the band to bits. They featured Sam Carter from Architects on Don't Wait, which is really cool. Another thing I'll say about Architects really quick is that they released a single, Doomsday, this year. They had a new guitarist after their guitarist Tom Searle died at 28 from cancer, and that's really sad. I know Architects is a really big band, sort of new onto the scene recently. The single Doomsday won't be in the new record, they've stated. They were just sort of showing that they can bounce back from the tragedy, and sort of the song is about it. It's about the death and whatever, and it's a really good single. Yeah. So let's move quickly on to number 14, Wired by Mallory Knox. This album, when I first listened to it, blew me away. Released March 3rd. Some of the best solos I've heard from the band in this record. Well, quite a different atmosphere in this one as well from the previous album, Asymmetry. And they released a single, Sugar, this year as well. I think a lot of bands did a thing where they released an album and released a single as well. But yeah, very, very enjoyable. Loved it. Loved the band. Amazing new band. Yeah. Number 13. All These Countless Nights, the deluxe edition by Def Havana. Released just after my birthday on January 27th. And also, on October 27th, the band decided to release the rework version. Well, basically re-released it with versions of the tracks that was sort of re-instrumented. Some of them sound a lot better. Some of them they've sort of reimagined them and put them in a different sort of country genre style. I said country because I remember one of the songs being in like a completely different style, from being like a really melancholy song, one of my favourites on the albums. I think it was St. Paul's, and they sort of put it in more of an upbeat, fast-paced thing. It sort of didn't really work, that one. But I don't think I'll be purchasing the rework version. I'm pretty happy with this one. The deluxe booklet, actually, I think 2 bonus tracks or something, they actually managed to take more pictures and print out the lyrics for this one in the booklet, and even had this nice sleeve on it, which I thought was really nice. It's one of the best produced albums this year. The band, Def Havana, actually recorded this album together in the same room. They haven't actually done that before in any of the other albums. So coming in at number 12, I think we're on. Yeah, I'm already losing track, guys. Fail You Again by Can't Swim. One of the bands I've sort of started listening to this year. I haven't got a physical copy of this album, but I hopefully will at some point in the future. Released March 10th, they had a mini documentary about the filming of it, which I really liked. And they released another single, God Awful, which didn't make it to the album, but it's still really, really good. This band actually knocked it out of the water with their EP, Death Deserves a Name, in 2016. It's one of my favourite EPs ever. It was really solid and a great start to the band's career. So coming in at number 11, I think we're on now, is Modern Ruin by Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. I haven't got this. It's another one that I haven't got. So that was released 20th of January. A lot of good vibes on that one. So like a, I don't know, Arctic Monkeys sort of badass vibe. I don't know how to describe the band. They're really good. They also released Spray Paint Love later this year as a single. Again, another band that's done a single and what have you. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Number 10, I think we're on now. Yeah, we're on number 10. Number 10, another one that I haven't got, and that's the last of the ones that I haven't got out of this list. It's For Crying Out Loud by Kasabian, released April 28th. Just really good. Always sort of like the stuff that Kasabian's put out. I'd put it at number 10, just because just needed something in at number 10. Released the same day as this album is Gorillaz' new album, Humans. A lot of people are saying that this album is quite a different turn to what the Gorillaz have put out before. It's a lot more. I would compare this album a bit more to Disclosure, an electronica band or duo that I was listening to when I was really young. It's got sort of that sound to it, but there's a lot of different genres. You know, you can never pin Gorillaz to one genre. So as I said, came out the same day as Kasabian's one, probably the better of the two. After a 7-year break, they come back with this deluxe edition track. It does include interludes and what have you. But it's 26 tracks. This is a mega album. And the deluxe edition, I actually just got cheaper somehow than the standard edition. I wouldn't really recommend buying the deluxe edition with the few tracks that are on the second disc, apart from if you want to listen to The Apprentice featuring Rag and Bone Man. It's up to you if you want to buy it, but I just got it cheaper personally. They also released Garage Palace this year. Really good concept music video for that, sort of like a arcade-style 8-bit music video, which was really cool. A lot of good guest artists on that. Grace Jones, you know, they've got a lot of incoming artists that sort of like getting a name out there through this album, which I thought was really good. Yeah, we're on number 8 now, I think, with The Killer's new album, Wonderful Wonderful. This is the deluxe edition. 1 bonus track and 2 remixes on this. I just thought I'd get the deluxe edition because why not? So that was released September 22nd. The lyrics on this album are very, very good. I know Brandon Flowers, the vocalist, has just gone all out on this album, really. It's sort of just really good sound. So October 6th saw Marilyn Manson's new release, Heaven Upside Down. And this album was going to be released, I think, in February this year, but they postponed it a lot. It was released October 6th, I think, in the end. First album since The Pale Emperor, which was one of Marilyn's, or should I say Manson's best albums, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, really enjoyed this one. Really badass vibe to it, like he's come back. I don't think he ever left, but, you know. Unfortunately, Brian was crushed on stage by a stage prop, a massive gun, while singing Sweet Dreams this year. Oh my god. I'm worried about him. I hope he's made a good recovery. I hope you're alright. Yeah, he'll never watch this. Next up, we're in number 8. No, 8, 7, 6. We're on number 6. And number 6 is You Are We by While She Sleeps. This album was self-released by the band. I think last year they announced that they wanted to self-release this album on April 21st, and boy, it was worth the wait, and it was really worth doing this on their own. I don't know what the difference would have been, but You Are We, incredible album. Some of the most amazing guitar work and drum work I've heard all year. Just incredible, like all of the songs, the vocals are amazing. I think they used 2 vocalists, but just amazing. They featured Ollie Sykes from Bring the Horizon on Silence Speaks. They might as well have called this album Silence, right? Because we got songs Empire of Silence, Silence Speaks. There's just a lot of lyrics in the album that feature the word silence. But I'm not going to problem with that. It's a bloody amazing album and really, really good. So we're getting into the top 5 now, guys. August 25th, most addictive album of the year, really. It's Queens of the Stone Age new album, Villains. Queen's changing lineup constantly. This album had a quite British early punk sound to it, I guess. There's a lot of different sounds going on in this. Like when I started listening to it, I just couldn't stop. Personally, my favourite is The Way You Used to Do. I think that song's absolutely killer. Only 9 songs on this, and the reason being is that this album is long, And some of the songs, I think the average time is about 5 to 6 minutes per song. Some of the songs I think drag on a bit more than they should. That's the only thing I'll say about this one. But yeah, I just love it otherwise. Ocean's 8 Alaska's new album, released July 28th. Ocean's 8 Alaska lost their vocalist James Harrison, or he quit the band, and handed the vocal job over to, holy crap, I flipping forgot his name. Jesus. I had doubts about this new vocalist. Boy, was I wrong. This album is absolutely incredible. Ocean's 8 Alaska. I'm flipping wearing the merch right now, mate. Okay? As I've said before, praise to this band. The amazing musicianship. The drummer, Chris Turner, is just... whoa. Whoa, he's godlike. And Josh Manuel from Issues, the drummer from Issues, featured on the track Yukio near the end of the album. Amazing drum solo from that. Alex Tayan from Black Tongue featured on the first song, Benzaten. Unfortunately, the guy suffered an injury on a tour bus, and yeah, just hopefully he gets better. Yeah, brilliant album. I think centered around really Japan. There's a lot of Japanese things like Benzaten. I think there's a Japanese god or something. Sarin, Hikari. Hikari means light in Japanese. You'll know that if you watch Death Note. Yukio, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there. So coming into the top 3 now, another addictive album from one of the best new bands, and I went to see these live this year, thank God, is Royal Blood's How Did We Get So Dark, released June 16th, Gracie Morris's birthday actually, and just a solid album. I mean, it's as good and if not better as their first one. The live show was incredible, and it's just really addictive. Ben's drumming is great. Mike's bass work is just, whoa, yeah. A lot of catchy songs in that. A lot of singles. The music video for Lights Out was mind-blowing. Top 2 now, guys. We've got October 20th release, Trivium's The Sin and the Sentence. You can't even see the album artwork on this. Drumming on this, Trivium's always been an amazing band, but the drumming, particularly on this album with the new drummer Alex Bent, whoa. Whoa. He's really good. He is really, really good. I probably would change him for one of my favourite drummers now, to be honest, after doing that list recently. But yeah, just incredible. I don't know what else to say. So coming in at number 1, this is it. This is my personal favourite album of the year, is Mastodon's Emperor of Sound. Sand. Emperor of Sand. Right? And I don't care what anybody says about this. I don't care what people say about Show Yourself, the second track from the album, being more pop-like and light. I don't care, right? The videos leading up, the making of, was absolutely getting me in the mood for it. Released March 31st. I think the day... Or was it April 31st? I can't remember. No, March 31st, the day before April Fool's. I didn't release it on April Fool's, I would have been angry. This whole album, the instrumentation, Brent's drumming, it's just incredible. You know, I think they've even got triangles in this somewhere. There's just a lot of good stuff in it. 9 times out of 10, I'll start listening to this album just thinking one track, and then the whole thing just gets listened to. And as well as this, they released Cold Dark Place this year, small EP. The whole album's based around, another Mastodon's concept album, is based around death. And unfortunately, the bassist's mother, Catherine Kelleher, died this year, I think, from cancer. And yeah, it's sort of featured around it. You know, Something's Curse, I think, sums it up the best. But yeah, just an amazing album. And there you go, that concludes our list. So really quickly, guys, I want to discuss some other things that have happened this year. Some of the singles, we've got 3-6 by Attila. I can't find anything about the new drummer, but they definitely released this song. Back in the USA by Green Day, really good. They released God's Favourite... Oh god, my camera's slipping. Apologies. Okay, where were we? Flipping Green Day released God's Favourite Band this year. And that was a compilation, like a greatest hits thing. Drowned in Gold by Boston Manor, just an amazing release last year with Be Nothing. I would put that in the list if I could change it. King 810's EP Queen came out late this year, but they showed the lighter side of King because their repertoire is just amazing. Love the band. And some of the albums that I want to mention that probably didn't make it to the list, well, obviously didn't. Crooked Teeth by Papa Roach, maybe good for singles, and Jacoby Shaddix featured on Don't Stop's redo of Nothing More's redo of Don't Stop, and he did a rap part in that when they remixed it, or what have you. And Chaos and Bliss by The 100 was a really great album. Pyro by Ruse, it's like the female version of Royal Blood, I think, but I'd probably keep my eye on that band. And the Spark Band's Shikari, taking a new turn as that band, but still enjoyable nonetheless. Some other things, I don't know how, but They Found Me is a band that I've sort of found out about this year. Featuring the guitarist, I think, Ryan from Falling in Reverse and Dan from Panic at the Disco. They've released a couple of teaser songs this year. Really mysterious band, and I'm looking forward to what they have to put out in the future. Talk in Your Sleep by Moose Blood was released as a single on the same day as Boston Manor's new one as well. I Don't Think I Can Do This Anymore is the new album with the new drummer, who's sort of the same style as Glenn after he was asked to leave the band. Really looking forward to that. I think that's in March next year. Another one I'm looking forward to, actually being released on my birthday, is The Age of Absurdity by Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. I really don't want to be disappointed by this album. The songs I've heard from it so far have just been And last two things, Pink Season and Josie's songs have been great this year. Loved them. And really sad news is Vanna's final show was December 15th. And the 2016 album and whatever they've put out has just been amazing. It's really sad that they've gone. But that's it now from Vanna. And yeah. So that is everything I want to cover in this video. I will see you when I make another video, not just another one of these. I probably will for the next year as well, but we'll see. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments what you thought was the best album this year, and yeah, keep at it, and I'll see you.